Today we are going to talk about the tea for stress relief. I know you're excited for it, right? So today I'm so happy to introduce Jane to you. She is an alumni from Five Branches University. And then right now I want to give her a chance to introduce herself to you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Jane Tong Delore. I am Five Branches alumni and very happy to be with Debbie today. And Debbie has been the host for this show for several times, and I'm the first time to talk about this topic today. And I'm a California licensed acupuncturist. I graduated from Five Branches University. I love Chinese medicine. That's why I continue to study, and I'm still a student in the doctorate program right now, specializing in pain management and women's health. So today, I would like to introduce this. Let's go to the next slide.
And one more thing, before we start, we want to let you know that today we are going to take attendance. So because for this 6 months, we will keep taking attendance, and whoever join us more than 3 times, you are automatically go into our raffle list, and we are going to do our lucky draw at the end of June. So if you want to get the grand prize, so keep joining us. We would like to have you to share your opinion with us and join us together. Okay? All right, so let's see. Everybody is okay. So, Jane, are you ready?
Yeah, I think, would you like to talk about the sample we're going to give out?
Yes, right. Thank you, Jane. So today, for all the attendees, you're going to get their sample tea from Shuntiantang. We're so honored to have them to sponsor us. So whoever joined us today, you're able to get the sample from us. And if you want to know how to get it, you can email us, webinar@fivebranches.edu, or you can simply write your email address on the chat box, and I will keep a record, and then we have somebody to contact you. And if you want to go to our Facebook and inbox us your address, or your inbox us how to get it, that's fine too, okay? And at the end of the presentation of the webinar today, we are going to have a game. So if you answer correctly, the first five patient
People
come to answer correctly, then we have another set of the gift for you. All right? So, wow. Okay. Thank you for joining. You guys are so on time. All right. So let's start our presentation.
Yeah, and we want to keep it interactive. So if you have any question, any comments, any experience you want to share, feel free to type in the chat box, and we'll share it with everybody.
Great.
Okay? So next slide, and before we start, today is January 20th, 2017, and it's already 20 days into 2017,
Yes.
but we still want to wish you Happy New Year. And in 8 more days, we are stepping into the year of the rooster. And
Where's the year?
yeah, we want to wish you happy and prosperous, healthy, and most of all, want you to spend most of your time stress-free.
Yes, exactly. That's right.
Yeah, that's why we have this topic today, enjoy tea for stress relief. So hopefully you pick up a few tips from our webinar and enjoy tea and help you to relieve stress.
That's right. That's what I need too. All
Okay.
right. Releasing our stress.
Okay, let's start.
All right. So first one, enjoy tea for stress relief.
Yeah, so again, my name is Jane Tong Delore, and I grew up in Hong Kong, and so is Debbie,
Yes.
right? And you know, Hong Kong is an international trading center in Asia, and tea is really part of our culture. So if you ever been to Cantonese cuisine, you especially going for dim sum, and after you sit down and the waiter or waitress came over and offer you, what kind of tea would you like,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then what is your favorite tea? What do you usually order?
Well, sometimes oolong is good, sometimes pour is good. It just depends on the day.
The occasion.
Yes,
okay?
yes,
Or how
exactly.
you feel about that on that day?
Well, I just like it. Dim sum with tea is just like perfect match.
Yeah. So I know when you go to a dim sum tea house, you can order, jasmine tea, Te Guan Yin, pu'er tea, even chrysanthemum. Or if you don't like caffeine, I think chrysanthemum is a good choice. Or sometimes you just have a pot of warm water. Like,
Yes.
A lot of Chinese love that, okay? And also, we also have something called cha chan tang.
Yes.
What is cha chan
Canteen.
tang?
There's a kind of like a Chinese fast food place, and then you can order rice plate or noodles. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a westernized fusion Hong Kong style. And a lot of people love the Hong Kong style milk tea.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So tea is really part of our culture, and that's why we love all these different options of tea. And actually, I want to today I'm invited to come here to talk about tea. But I want to say I'm actually not really an expert in tea.
Oh,
But
okay.
I grew up drinking a lot of different kind of tea, and I think this is a very fun time to share with
Well,
Debbie.
practice
and
makes perfect. So
right,
you're
right,
perfect on that.
And because we were in this program, and we have expert in this school taught us a lot of this information that we are going to share with you today. Our teacher Jeffrey Pang is really an expert, and a lot of this information really transfer from him.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you something very simple to you. Keep it simple and sweet, and not to give you too much stress, or not to
Stress-free.
give us ourselves too much stress. Okay.
All right. So.
Okay. So let's go to next slide.
Okay. So you have 4 different color of tea here.
Yeah, so this is more an eye-catching slide. You can see the color from the light, very light color to yellow, green, brown to dark. So I just want to give you an idea. The different color of tea really just representing the degree of fermentation. And what is fermentation? Fermentation is a withering process of tea to make it darker. So you see different variety of tea after it's being brewed, and it turns out in different darkness, dark tea. Okay.
Okay. Right.
So let's go to next.
Next line. Oh, let's talk about more about the fermentation, huh?
Yeah, so I created this chart just to show everyone to see, different type of tea have different degree of fermentation.
Okay.
So as you see in the first row, no to 0 degree of fermentation, and these are the white tea and the green tea. And they have 0 degree of fermentation, or you can also call it non-fermented. And this example of these white tea and green tea are the Bai Mao Dan. In English, we call it the peony white. Japanese green tea, silver needles, or you can also call this needle white. And the example of green tea is really, if I want to tell you all of it, is a long list.
Yes.
Especially in Japanese, there are a wide variety of green tea. Okay, and then the other green tea like Xiaomei, Longjing.
Longjing.
Yeah, these are green tea. Okay.
Green tea.
And the nature of this tea, the white tea and green tea, is cold. Okay, so we're going to talk about the temperature of the tea. It's different than not the temperature of the water, but the nature of the tea. Okay, so on the second row you see from weaker to partial fermentation, and this type of tea is, we call it the light green. In Chinese we call qing cha. Qing cha. Qing means light green. Cha in Chinese is tea. Okay. This type of tea, like oolong tea is getting very popular nowadays, and Te Guan Yin and flower tea. So like this. This is the flower tea, and it depends on the degree of fermentation. It change it, from lighter color to darker color. And the last row is strong fermentation, or 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, and these are the black tea or the red tea, like pu'er tea, English breakfast, English black tea, also the black and red tea. And as you see, from cold to slight cold to slightly warm to warm nature. Okay, let's go to next slide.
Right. And it's very important to talk about the nature as well, because this is their magic and their wonderful part of Chinese medicine. Knowing the nature of the food and their tea that is matching your body type, that is very important too. So if you're interested in TCM and Chinese medicine, come to fivebranches.edu so you will know more about us and know more about the Chinese medicine. Right?
Okay, so now we jump out of that chart. And we have a very simple slide and refresh your memory from based on the temperature of the tea from cold to warm. So like from green tea, white tea to Qingcha, Oolong tea, all the way to the black tea, right? And then for us to enjoy this tea in different season, it's better to enjoy the cold nature tea in the hot temperature, like in the summer, and then you enjoy the warm nature tea, like pu'er tea, in the cold weather, like in the winter. Okay, all right.
All right.
So just give you an overview, and then what is in the
In tea.
in tea? So in here, you see all this terminology and tannins, flavonoid, caffeine, mineral, vitamin, and all of these is give you, these are the property of the tea. Some chemical naturally occur in the tea, and they offer very good properties like antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and antiviral. And there are a lot of research that you can look up to see the benefit of the tea. But for the minerals and vitamins, it's really a very small chase. There are like zinc, copper, manganese, even folate and phosphorus, magnesium in tea, but I would say very, very small amount, and we don't rely on drinking tea to get those vitamins and minerals. I would say there's more caffeine and there's more of the tannins and those beneficial properties in tea that give us benefits. Okay.
All right.
So, what are the effects of tea? So a lot of time, people have headaches, and then what kind of tea is good for us? Or I have digestion problem. What kind of tea is good for us? As I say, there are so many research studies started already and completed to prove that tea has very positive effects on us. Like I just said, anti-inflammatory, also diuretic effects. So after you drink tea, and you may need to go to the bathroom more often. And some even claim that tea has some anti-cancer effects.
Antioxidant.
Yeah, antioxidants. And it's calming, and it helps you digest more. And because also there's caffeine in tea, it also increase our alertness, or when you're tired, you want to lift your energy, you enjoy a cup of tea.
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of drinking coffee, so tea may be another choice for you.
A good alternative.
Yes. Right.
So now we want to introduce each type of tea. So
Starting from white tea.
starting from white tea.
Yes.
So I have some sample in front of us, and the first one, these are the Maojian.
Maojian.
Maojian is white tea, Mao in Chinese is like hair. Jian is pointed. So these are the buds, like the very young buds of the leaves, and it's like the silver needles, whites, and belongs to this category.
Yeah, if you can see it, it's very thin, like hair, really. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it just now. So this is the 白毛尖,
Yeah.
right?
So
And bai is white too, right?
bai is white.
So it's white tea.
So it's white tea, and this is in a cold nature, and it's more energizing. It's good for have it during the daytime or during the summer.
Summertime,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more cooling. Okay.
There's actually a study at Kingston University in 2009, and find out that white tea has very strong anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-collagenase, anti-elastase properties. That means not only good for our health, it's also good for aging, good
Yeah,
for
good for
beauty,
aging.
good for
So
our
if you're
skin.
stressed out about aging, that's a good tea.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So next,
Next
we
one.
want to talk about
Green tea.
green tea. So like I said, there are very wide variety of green tea. This green tea actually I bought from Japan last time I went there. And we went into a shop and there were like hundreds of different kind of green tea. And they let us taste some and we like this one.
It's really green.
Yeah, so Japan, there are just a few examples. Some of these green tea called sencha, fukamushi, sencha, gyokuro, and matcha is
Matcha.
very popular right now. You can get in
Yes.
Starbucks and different
it's
places.
getting so popular.
Genmai cha is the one that mixed with the rose rice.
Rice, yeah.
So green tea is in the cold nature. I guess when we mix with the rose rice, it kind of neutralizes the coldness and the temperature.
Yeah.
And it's very rich in vitamin and minerals, antioxidant, amino acids. Okay.
Alright.
Next, we want to
Next
talk about
one.
oolong tea.
Oolong tea, my
Yeah.
favorite. One
It's
of my
the oolong
favorite.
tea.
Yes. Thank you.
This is like kind of a road. This is actually called the Alishan Oolong Tea. As we know, Alishan is in Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Yeah. It's a very high mountain. And then there's another kind called the Dongding.
Dongding.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dongding is mean like it's also on top of the mountain. Okay.
Okay.
And then oolong tea is partially fermented. It depends on how they make it. Some it could be from 20%, 65%, and so the nature is not all cold. It's slightly cold and could be slightly warm, and you can soak it the time a little longer. Okay, and in the bottom of the slide you see 功夫茶.
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 功夫 tea.
Yeah, 功夫 means to work, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a tea ceremony. Yeah, we cannot demonstrate today. We don't have enough room.
Yes.
But the way they do it is they use oolong tea in a very small teapot, very small teacup, maybe a quarter of this size. Very, very small. Smaller than this. And they rinse the tea like 30 seconds and soak the tea, and then they pour the tea, all around. And it's a very good to socialize with your friends.
Yes.
Yeah, to enjoy high quality oolong tea.
And it's very stress relief if you see them performing how to cook the tea, because it's very interesting and it's very nice. And I saw it once and it's
Very relaxing, yeah?
very relaxing because it's just like a dance. Their guy doing it, they're kind of like a martial art performance.
Yeah. And also they have some very nice tea sets to perform Kung Fu Cha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kung Fu tea.
Yeah.
Right.
So next,
All right.
we want to talk about black tea.
Black tea.
And I have some pu'er tea, 2 small cube.
Yeah, they make it as like cube right now, so it's good looking and it's
Yeah.
like good for gift and is very easy to carry instead of taking a big chunk of the black tea.
Yeah.
But if you want to get it, you can also get the loose one.
Mm.
Yeah, just like this loose tea right there.
Mm-hmm. So as you see, this is like a small square. You will think, oh, how much can I make this? Actually, you can drop this in a big teapot.
Is it as big as this?
As big as this.
Okay.
And you can add more water like 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's black and you can dilute it even more. Okay, so black tea, as we talk about many times, is 100% fermented. It's warm nature, and it's better to drink it in the colder weather or in the winter. And it's very good for digestion. Also, it's good for shen. Shen is spirits. It's very calming.
Okay. So this is very recommended when they have a very long day, hot day, and working really hard. Have a black tea that is going to help you a lot.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see.
Next one is flower tea. So
I have a beautiful flower here.
yeah. So look at this one. We have already
Brew one flower tea.
yeah.
Here.
This is a jasmine with the flower tea. So it's similar to green tea. It's partially fermented with the jasmine.
It comes like a ball shape. So you put it in the pot and then you brew it with hot water. It will slowly blossom
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
like
It's
a
very
flower.
pretty.
And it's very stress relief when you're looking at that, and it's very beautiful too.
Yeah, it smells really good too. So flower tea, as you can imagine in spring, flowers start blossoming, and so it has this opening and rising energy. So it's the nature of flowers. And when we drink flower tea, we also benefit from this energy, opening and rising. So it's very, very energizing. Okay, some example of flower tea like jasmine, chrysanthemum, rose, and it's as I said, like flower blossoming in spring. So springtime is good time to enjoy flower tea. So pretty soon in spring, you get ready for some flower.
That is nice. We're getting ready for it.
Okay.
Okay, so time for tea.
Yeah. So this guy was saying, Jane, you're talking too much. I'm getting stressed out. Let's have some tea.
Okay.
And then it's like, what is stress? We sometimes feel like having a headache. We feel very tired, and
when you have to handle a lot of stuff coming in and out, and then you have a limited time, but you have like 100 stuff coming to you, and then you don't know how to deal with it. That is stress.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Are you stressful now?
I'm okay. I can smell the tea.
Yes.
It helps me. So tea, it's time to have a tea. You sit down, take some deep breath, enjoy the tea, help you regain your energy and help you to tackle your problem again. Okay?
All right. So
going
to the next line. Rose tea.
Rose tea.
There's a rose here.
So rose tea, rose is actually very invigorating. This is a kind of like a TCM terminology. It means like invigorating means also improve your circulation. And when that happens to our body a lot of time, it also help with pain. So rose, like, its nature is very beautiful, very, has very nice fragrance, very calming, but also it has thorns, Yeah, so it have this strong energy to help us to reduce pain, reduce inflammation. So it's very good for headaches, for menstrual cramp, but it also calmed like some skin problem like acne.
Because it's reducing their inflammation, so it's good for that.
Yeah, but you when we make rose tea, usually we rinse the rosebud with cold water a little bit before we soak it in the hot water.
And I used to like rose tea with hibiscus together. So that will help me to relieve my stress as well. So if you like hibiscus, that one other choice for you, that you can combine them together. But make sure you know that hibiscus is a little bit sour. So it's, if you cannot stand the sour taste, you can put some honey in it as well.
Okay.
Right. So next one.
Next is chrysanthemum. So chrysanthemum actually is listed as one of the herbs, and we put chrysanthemum in several formula.
Yes, and for a popular formula too.
Yes. Yeah. And the nature of chrysanthemum is cool and accurate, and it has the effects of clearing the heat toxin. So what is heat toxin?
So, like,
so for example,
heat trapping in their body.
Yeah. So, let me give you some example.
Okay.
Imagine someone who love eating spicy food, deep fried food, a lot of this, fried chicken, whatever, and then he doesn't get enough sleep. He get very angry easily, and then the pimples start popping out, and then
we have people nodding their head here.
Cranker sores, and you feel like his face is turning red, and this is showing a lot of heat in the body. So when someone have so much heat in the body, they, especially you see the pimple and all this thing and the canker sores, most likely there's some heat toxin in the body. So chrysanthemum tea is very good to clearing that. Yeah, and also sometimes you look at the computer for too long and people's eyes start turning red, get eye straining. Chrysanthemum tea would be a very good choice. Sometimes we also add some goji berries.
Goji berry.
Goji berries also very energizing and good for your eyes.
Yeah. And if you look at the pictures on the PowerPoint right now, the picture is the chrysanthemum tea with the goji berry. So that is the sample for it.
Yeah. Right? But also be cautious because chrysanthemum tea is cold. So if you have stomach cold, this is a TCM term. That means when you eat something cold, you feel indigestion. Those people who have stomach cold, maybe not a good choice to, chrysanthemum may not be a good choice. Or you drink it with food, not empty stomach.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one.
All right.
Next one is mint. We have fresh mint here.
It smells so good.
Okay.
Once we take it out, the whole room smells so good with the mint.
And mint, 薄荷 in Chinese, is very cooling, and also it helps clearing heat, help clear toxin. It's very soothing. If you have a sore throat, or headache, mint is very good for that.
Yeah, and it's very refreshing. When you smell that, it's just so nice. Refresh you from all your busy work, huh? Okay.
So a lot of time you can add some honey, and honey, also boosts your immune system.
Yeah, right. So next one.
So next one is
honey
lemon ginger tea.
Yes,
we have
already. Sample here.
We have already made some here.
It's cool outside, so this is really warming. So that's why we brew it here for ourselves.
Yeah.
But it smells so good with lemon here too.
Yeah. So tea is not only the tea leaves. You can also make a drink with a tea with ginger. Right here we put about 2 or 3 slices of ginger, about 2 or 3 slices of lemon, and if you have very hot water, you can just soak it for 5-10 minutes. Or if you like to put it on the stove, cook the ginger first without the lemon, and then squeeze the lemon juice afterwards, and add the honey afterwards. Yeah.
Honey, you don't need to cook it. You just put it aside, and then you mix with the honey, mix with the lemon and ginger. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's good for your digestion and nausea feeling as well.
Right. Okay.
Right.
And lemon has vitamin C, so and honey also both of them boost your immune system. So when you feel like you are catching a cold, you may want to try this drink.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I can also talk a little bit about honey, since a lot of people like to add honey in tea. Honey by itself, the nature can vary from cold to neutral to warm. So when it really depends on where the honey nectar is derived from. If the nectar is derived from lychee, it's more warming.
Okay.
And then if it's derived from orange blossom, it's more neutral. I think a lot of the California honey is from orange blossom. And if it's derived from alfalfa, it's more cooling.
Okay.
And but some people are allergic to honey. Honey itself, boosts your immune system, but also has these lubricating effects.
Yes.
So if people have problem going to the bathroom, honey is helpful for that. Okay.
Right. So far, do you guys have any questions? You can type in the chat box, and then we have Jane here to answer your question. All right. So going to the next slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you see any question? Did people show any?
So far, no. People are excited with the email. Once again, if you want to get the sample, because the sample from Sun Tian Tang is giving out for all the attendees today. So if you want to get it, send us an email through the chat box or send it to our email. So our email is webinar@fivebranches.edu. Right? And if you can look us up on Facebook and send us an inbox message, that's okay too. Right.
Okay.
So let me see. Alex is asking, how about cold feet and hand? What type of tea to drink?
Cold feet and hand. So when someone is, it could be several condition. It could be your body just as a cold type, right?
Yeah.
So ginger is good, or the black tea is good.
Yeah.
And that will help you warm up your body. But there's another condition that we call the liver qi stagnation. When what is a very complicated TCM terminology. Liver is the organ that in charge of the moving energy, the movement of qi in the body, or the energy moving in the body. So imagine if the energy is stuck. Somebody have a lot of emotional stuckness. All the energy could be just concentrated in the center of the body instead of having it, circulate well to the hands and feet. In that case, it's possible this person have liver qi stagnation, and then you can consider drinking like oolong tea, green tea, flower tea,
rose tea.
Yeah. And we can connect that with springtime, because liver is spring
in the five elements.
So what we just talked about in springtime is good to have flower tea.
Yes, exactly. So you need to know that is it from your body type, or is it from the liver qi stagnation? That's very important. And there's another question from Jessie asking, what about raw honey and non-raw honey? So do you have any comment on that?
Raw honey and cooked honey is the process, and I personally do not have a definite answer for that, but it's really a personal choice.
Yeah.
Some people would avoid raw honey because it's not, they have not been processed because it could have bacteria in it. So that's what my understanding. But a lot of people also prefer raw honey because it's not being processed, more natural. It has more original nutrition in it. So it's very much a personal choice.
Okay. So and also for the raw and non-raw one, basically it depends on how you are accept that. If you like the food without cooking, then you can take the raw one. But if you cannot take it at all, then go for the cooked one. Okay, and Austin and Linda here, you're coming up too quick. We're going to talk about the temperature of the water. So let's see if you still have more questions afterwards. And then from Barry, he is sharing that coldness in limbs can also be associated with heart and cardiac function. Thank you so much for your tips, and that linked me to bring me to the presentation and sharing to you that we have our heart caring preventation month next month. So we are going to have a webinar talking about a cardiac problem. So thank you, Barry, and let's go back to our presentation and talk about the water temperature.
Okay, yeah. Also, honey itself, I just want to talk just a little bit about honey. Honey is like when you get a bottle of honey like this, it's better to just add it to the cup instead of cooking it. It's better not to cook the honey. Okay. And so now we're talking about the water temperature. So different type of tea requires different water temperature to soak it to get the most flavor and the benefit out of it, and also the steeping time. Like white tea usually doesn't need to steep as long and with lower temperature, and then the time and the temperature goes up as the color of the tea gets darker. So in average, I think 4 minutes is a good. If you don't want to remember too much detail of it, 4 minutes.
Simple.
Yeah, 4 minutes
Stress relief.
is good. Yeah.
4 minutes. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna if Austin and Linda get this idea, and if you have more questions, feel free to ask again. And Jessie, you're welcome. Right.
Okay, so we're coming to talk about all the benefit, and now we want to talk about some caution of taking tea. Of course, I know a lot of people know that there's a lot of caffeine in tea, so it's better not to drink tea if you are, actually depends on individuals. Some people are more sensitive to caffeine than the others. I know some people can drink a whole pot of black tea right before bed and they still sleep very well. As we know, sometimes black tea can be calming. I am not suggesting you to try that, but you can try different tea and see how much your sensitivity to caffeine. Yes. And also green tea, it has more because they are not fermented and they are cold, and so it's better to drink it after you eat, and better not to drink it on empty stomach.
Yes. To protect our stomach.
And there's certain medical conditions that you need to pay attention to, like if somebody have palpitation, irregular heartbeats, insomnia, probably try to avoid tea. And also if women who are pregnant or when is breastfeeding, the tea and the caffeine can transfer to the baby. So you don't want the baby get too irritated. You may want to avoid caffeine. And different tea has different degree of caffeine. And sometimes you see it in the labels. It show you how much caffeine in it.
If you cannot do caffeine at all, flower tea is a very good choice. That just stay away from caffeine.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to the next slide.
And nowadays you see a lot of these boba tea place, and they put milk, creamer in the tea. Is it good for you?
It just tastes good.
Yeah, right. Actually, milk add to tea make the tea taste smoother. Yeah, because milk neutralize the tannins. Tannins is kind of bitter. That's the bitter property in tea. But tannins, like we talk about, it provide a lot of good benefit to us. So it's better to order without milk. But if you like it with milk, it does take away the benefit of tea. Okay.
All right. Okay, so far, do you have any more questions before we go into our exciting part of today? So again, we are going to have our next month webinar talking about cardiac problems. So Barry just saying that the coolness in limbs can also be associated with heart and cardiac function. And if you want to know how TCM, how Chinese medicine doctor seeing the cardiac problem, you can join us next month. And if you have any friends or family that they have this kind of problem and want to know how to prevent and how to do something else to help them, next month, join us. And we have advertisement coming out soon, so stay tuned with us. And seems like nobody is asking any questions now. You still have time to give me your email so we let you know how to get the sample. And we are going to do our question today. Are you guys ready? And then I'll have Jane to ask these questions, and the first 5 answer correctly will get the gift. So you ready?
Yeah, let's go to the next slide.
Okay. I'm so nervous now.
Okay, the question of today is, what is the fermentation degree of green tea?
All right. Oh, wow. Okay. You guys are very nice, very good.
Good job.
Good job. So, Jesse, Molly, Austin, you guys are okay. Linda, you get it. And last one. Who is the last one? Alex, you get it. So we have our 5 winners today. Thank you so much, and thank you for your participation.
And you all got it right.
Yes, you guys are amazing. And the answer is?
Not fermented, 0%.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Austin, and thank you, Jesse. So happy for you guys, and thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you guys get something out of this webinar, and this is our purpose, to share TCM with you guys and we have set up a panel to share our thoughts and to help each other. So, and thank you so much for Jane to come to be our speaker today. We're so happy, and I actually know Jane for quite a while, so we're a very good friend.
Yeah.
And once again, we want to say Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
And Happy Lunar New Year as well.
Yeah.
All right?
Happy
Wish you guys
Rooster Year.
Rooster Year. So wish you guys all have a fruitful year and get all the blessings to you guys.
Yeah.
Right?
And stress-free.
Yes, stay stress-free. I hope that this presentation can help you stay stress-free. All right, so if you have more questions, you can email us. And also, thank you so much. And Molly and Jesse and Trimble want to say thank you to you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And stay tuned with our next webinar. I would like to see you guys again.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm going to sign up too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.